So we're here in Statesville, North Carolina.
Town Hall.
Yes, sir. Our very first one. Can't wait. This is awesome.
Yeah, so we're doing a town hall, and we're going to go in here and see if we can hear any stories or, tell our own stories, these people that have come out to see us today.
And I just want one story that we can take home with us.
A local story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe one of those local stories could become a local house call in the future.
Bingo.
Do they have any food here at Sharps?
Oh, yeah.
I
Good
think
food.
let's go on in and try it.
All right.
Let's go
Thank
in.
you.
We just wrapped up the town hall meeting. We got a special guest who came out and was telling his story, and he had something that opened everyone's eyes. Everyone was really curious about what he has. I'm excited to hear his story.
Real quick before we start, I'm just super excited about what he has on the table, and I can't wait to dive into this and look at it.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
My name is Steve Bird, and I've been a Bigfoot enthusiast for probably 10 years. Before that, just sort of, like everybody else, you sort of like to watch. And then I started going into the field, making a lot of connections, and I had a lot of experiences out in the Midwest in Oklahoma, hot spots out there. And this is where I got this baby, which is magnificent. And there's a really cool story behind this. But what's interesting is that if you know much about the size of a Bigfoot's foot, this is no Bigfoot. This is a juvenile.
Yeah.
This is a juvenile, because a Bigfoot would be 20 inches maybe.
Oh, yeah.
24 inches. I mean, that gets your attention. So this was in October of 2018. We were having our annual Bigfoot Festival in Honolulu. And this is a festival with, I don't know, somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 people going through. And Saturday, it's either Friday morning or Saturday, probably Friday morning, my buddies came up to me and said, Steve, you're not going to believe this, but come with us. We got some stuff that we need to take a look at. So we all went down there, and we're the kind of people that we carry casting material with us when we go out in the field. I mean, you got to keep it in your car. And there was 2 sets of tracks that were just magnificent to the degree that they were straight and they had the parallel walk. They weren't open; it was parallel, which is how we know it's probably more Bigfoot than not. And there was a couple of sets of footprints throughout the area that we go. But what was interesting was that this occurred at the Bigfoot Festival with thousands of people, and the space where this happened, 100 yards maximum from all the campers and all the campsites and all that.
Curious creature.
Curious creature, and it was around there. And what also makes this interesting, and you never know if it's real or not unless you see it happen. That's my deal. I got to see it, I got to touch it, I got to feel it. We showed these prints at the festival as sort of a surprise. Hey, look what we found. Nobody said a word. If somebody was going to hoax us, which people like to do for the Bigfooters,
yeah,
they would have stood
unfortunately,
up. Unfortunately, they would have stood up and said, "Aha!" and they would have probably had the wooden things. They made a complete mockery of us, but that didn't happen. So, I don't know. I like to go on a sliding scale, 0 to 100. I got to go almost 80 or 90 that this is authentic,
And if you even look at this compared to like the one that we have, it's almost like, I mean, yours is incredible, like bigger than ours. So the one that we found is like smaller than this one. So, and you're saying that this one could be juvenile.
I believe so because of my experience, just never really seeing a full-blown track myself live. But seeing them, I think the Patterson Gimlin, I think they had, or some other ones. I mean, the footprint for a full-grown male
is huge.
20 inches.
Yeah.
And this is what, 14 maybe?
Yeah. I'm in the ballpark with you. I believe it is juvenile.
Right. Which might even explain why they were curious about what was going on with all these people, and they could feel, I think, what was on the heart of everybody that were there to see Bigfoot. And somehow and I don't want to sound crazy, but they know whether you want to see them or not.
Yeah, absolutely. That when they want to be seen, they will show themselves, and when they don't, they don't.
And they won't show it to somebody. They won't show themselves to somebody that doesn't believe or is just making a real mockery. They won't show.
Understandable. Yes, absolutely. So, do you do any research or investigating yourself anymore? Or?
Not as much as I used to. I used to go out to South Mountain. We've had some good experiences out there. A lot of tree stuff. at least one decent vocalization. Never had anything thrown at us, but mostly just really odd tree stuff, which most people don't see it because they're not looking for it. But South Mountain is supposed to be, you know, a hot spot for this area, the game lands, not necessarily the state park.
Absolutely, and that's not in the backyard where we're at, but that's close to our main location, and we consider a hot spot as well. So that's good. See, that's what I love about this subject. When the real stuff comes out, the real guys come out. It's like it doesn't contradict itself. Like, you know, you said South Mountain. We already know about South Mountain, so that's awesome. But yeah, thank you for sharing this with us. That's an awesome print.
Yeah.
And one last thing, could you like just hold that up to the A camera right there and just does it look? Can you see it on there? Okay. And
Full size there.
yeah. We thank you. If you want to give your name again.
Steve Bird, and I'm very happy to have met you guys.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe our paths will cross again.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out.
Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.